Welcome to the 3x5 news, views, and reviews scribbled on index cards. We get in and get out fast, so keep up. Much as the so-called founding fathers of the United States wished to construct a government based on popular consent, they decided against direct democracy. Instead, they opted for indirect democracy, a constitutional republic, that is. This meant that citizens themselves did not make decisions, but that they were represented by members they voted to two houses of Congress, and that presidents were elected by an electoral college. Why did they do this? In part, the founders feared that average citizens might lack the education or possess enough reason to make informed decisions on governments. Furthermore, they feared the triumph of the passions in public life, the majority over the minority. In other words, mob rule, which, of course, could lead to their being ousted from governance, not to mention redistribution of wealth, their property being taken from them. With the election of Trump, not once, but twice, it certainly seems their concerns are borne out. What better embodies a mob today than Trump's base? In fact, though mob rule in the form of MAGA is only partly responsible for the election of Trump, what swung the election in his favor were voters who were concerned about the economy and immigration. As for the candidate himself, they were distinctly dispassionate. Regarding the economy, I agree that Democrats insulted the lived experience of Americans by claiming indicators were good, but many Americans remain blissfully unaware of the apparent limitations of capitalism. Opportunity and income will be distributed unevenly. I've got news for you. The Biden economy may wind up being as good as capitalism is ever going to get, especially after Trump gets through with it. As far as immigration, to whatever extent it is a real problem, it doesn't touch most of our lives personally. I think what bothered Trump voters most was, for instance, hearing that undocumented immigrants were being put up in New York hotels, paid with their money as taxpayers. What I'm trying to say is that many who voted for Trump did so not out of conviction, but because of unrealistic expectations about capitalism or because of an issue blown out of proportion by Republicans, immigration. And that's about all they knew. As writer G. Elliott Morris wrote, quote, "The less you followed politics, the more likely you were to vote for Trump," unquote. Polls confirm this. The founders may have been most concerned about mob rule, but if democracy is completely obliterated and America is no longer a free country, the straw that broke the camel's back may turn out to be not rabble-roused, but those possessing neither passion nor knowledge. It's beyond ironic that those who know the least and care the least are determining the fate of America.